but it's very specific as far as points go. And these are just some vocabulary words that we're going to use for this lesson. I'm not going to have you guys write it down.
Is it going to do this next time or something? It's not going to be like that.
It's going to be that size. And you're going to have, the size I believe I have it on here is 16 by 22.
I don't know that.
Well, it's about that size.
Okay.
So, it's pretty large.
We got to use oil pastels.
We are going to use oil pastels. However, if you would not like to use oil pastels, then I just want you to write down on a little sheet of paper, just say, Miss McAllister, I do not want to work with oil pastels. Tell me the reason why. I don't want to get messy, or, whatever your reason may be for not wanting to work with oil pastels, and I would let you choose another media. So if you want to do colored pencils, unfortunately we don't have enough, so if you bought your own, then you can use colored pencils. If you would rather use markers, which we have plenty of, you can do watercolors, but for now we're learning oil pastels. Any questions about that? I sketched it out with pencil, and then I colored it in with oil pastels, and I'll tell you all each the steps that I took. But these are just the vocabulary words that we'll be using throughout this project. And these are the procedures. So first we're going to start with making these 12 rectangles, which you guys see. You got a sheet of paper with those 12 boxes. We're going to do that today. We're just going to make the paper with the 12 boxes. And then in each of those 12 boxes, you're going to print your name inside as follows. You're going to use all uppercase letters. That's my only few requirements.
You said print our name into our whole name?
If you have a nickname, you can do a nickname. Like one gentleman, he has a very abbreviated name. Let's say Dre was the nickname. So he can do a nickname if it's shorter. You can use all uppercase letters, and it must touch the top and the bottom of the rectangle. And that's worth 3 points. If you choose not to do uppercase letters, it's just 3 points off. Letters should overlap. I should not be able to read your name. It should be completely overlapping letters. The point is not for me to know your name. Well, read your name, excuse me. And then you will create one drawing choosing at least 12 of the 13 elements and principles. So you're going to do one once again for line, shape, space, form, and so on. That's worth 36 points of your grade. So if you do not do the sketching part, then that's just 36 points off of 100. Any questions?
Sketching part up there?
Exactly. You're going to do it in those 12 boxes. And that's just you sketching out ideas. The planning process is really important when you make your work of art. So you're just planning it out. It's for your own process. I'm just going to see if you did it. That's 36 easy points.
We just got to write on there like regular or how to wait.
I'm going to show you some examples of what I mean. So I'll show you that in one moment. And then you're going to select one of the 12 designs and make it very large on 16 by 22 paper. So you're only going to do one. You're just planning out the rest. And once you pick the one you want to do, with light pencils, you're going to draw the design on that large sheet of paper. Then you're going to color it in using oil pastels. If you decide not to use oil pastels, then you'll use the materials you chose. And then you're going to use at least 2 of the 3 oil pastel techniques, which I will show you later today. One will be solid coloring, blending with another color, or blending with white. And then you're going to mount your work for display. All of this is on your handout. You're going to use black construction paper, which is mounted on, and that's worth 3 points. And you're going to leave at least 1 inch of a border. All right, so that is that. And now I'm going to show you guys some examples of what I mean. This is a name. This is the name design that I'm talking to you all about. You cannot read the name. I do not need to read the name. But this person probably, I would say, looks like they use patterns because it goes from dark blue to white to light blue to white to dark blue. So that's their name. Maybe I can see an M. Yeah, it could be a purplish. I see like an M or a C, but the point is that it's very abstract. I cannot recognize what it is. It's a design. They're using elements and principles.
Do you know the name?
But that's not important, you know? You're just looking. I know. It's kind of fun to be able to try to find behind the letters. This is another one. This could be color. Any questions just yet about what I'm talking about? This could be something like emphasis, where it goes from black and white, and then it has these hints of red, or contrast. But you're only doing one. This would be a good one for value. You see the shading or form. I'm not supposed to be able to see your name. This would be something like unity. All the colors are monochromatic. You have yellow, orange, and red.
Yeah, like,
So you don't need to. And we're going to talk a little bit more about abstract art. And this is another example. Could be, once again, contrast or emphasis. This would be a really good one of emphasis because it has that one red triangle. Any questions? So we're going to start talking about, now that we've covered abstract art, we've covered the elements, I've showed you examples of what I expect. Now I'm going to show you all some techniques for oil pastels because I want to get you guys started on these as soon as possible. If you all would like to get up and come around here, I really recommend it. So you see what I'm doing here. You might have. Can you guys see over there okay? Because I'm about to do some oil pastel techniques. And I want you guys to do this because this is worth 2 points of your grade. These are our test strips. I have examples up here. You're going to pick one color, blend it with white. You're going to pick one color, blend it with black. And then you're going to blend two colors that go together. And you'll see these up here. And I have it written down. You're going to blend one with white, one with black, and then two colors together. So I'm going to start with my white. And you guys see how it has color already on it. Well, I don't want to use that because it's going to blend with my colors and I don't want it. Oil pastels is pretty forgiving. Hey guys, please stop talking for just a moment while I do this. So I'm just going to take my paper towel and I'm wiping it off. And now it's clean. It doesn't have the red oil pastel. And I'm just going to lay it down on first. And I'm just going to smear it over. And the point is to really drag out the color. And I'm going to do blue and white. Oh, it's purple. And you would just lay down your color. Oil pastel is meant to be very heavy, a very thick medium to work with. So I know you can't really see that white, but I'm going to take my paper towel. I can use my finger, but I don't want to get messy. So I'm going to take my paper towel, and I'm going to do circular motions. Doing circular motions really help it blend easier. So you see it go from that dark purple to that light purple. And you can always add some more. So this would be one that you would use for form or for value. Does anyone have any questions about picking a color, mixing it with white? No? Okay. And now, with black, it goes a long way, so you do not need much of it, because it kind of just takes over any other color. But I'm going to use black, and I'm going to mix it with my blue. And you really want to just drag the color out, and then you want to overlap. A lot of oil pastel blending, which is one of those vocabulary words, is overlapping, mixing things in. So now I'm going to take my paper towel again, and I'm blending in circular motion. And you see it go from that real dark black to a blue. Can everyone see that okay? Any questions? Okay. And now I'm going to pick two colors. These two colors should probably go together. So if you look on the color wheel, anything that is opposite, so purple and yellow, do not go together to blend. It's going to make a very muddy brown. I recommend doing things that are beside each other on the color wheel, like red and purple, purple and blue.
Red and green don't go together.
Red and green, no. Complementary colors do not blend well. It's a good way to make a very unappealing brown. So keep that in mind when you blend your colors. Try these things out on sheets of paper. That's why we're doing these test strips. So I'm going to do green and blue because they're beside each other on my color wheel. And I know that they're going to stay together. So I'm going to put down my darker colors first. And I know you guys are probably wondering about it being so dirty and concerned about that. The good thing about oil pastels is they're forgiving, but I don't want to get, if I'm trying to work down here and I've already colored up here, I just lay down a paper towel or paper and then put my wrist over it. So that way I'm not getting oil pastel on my wrist and then smearing it everywhere else. So, letting you know, and if you have long sleeves, which not many people do, but roll them up. Because it will be a little dirty. And I just put the green on there. And as you guys are doing this, you're going to see these flakes come on. Don't do this, because then the flakes are going to go on your friend's really nice purse. And then they're going to get mad at you, because that's not very respectful. So just pick up your piece of paper when you have those flakes come off, and just dump it in the trash. Okay? Just some small ways to stay clean, because I know it can be a little messy. Into my paper towel. And then I'm just blending it. Circular motion. Telling you to reapply some blue. I recommend some oil pastel sticks and others not so much. I like these ones a lot, the Portfolio. These work really good. They just seem to be easier to blend. Alright. Any questions about the blending? Alright, so once again, 2 points of your grade. If you don't do it, it's 2 points off. Please write your name, the class period, and the art level.